Women are physically inferior, and that's the truth.
Physically inferior?
Inferior, yes.
So you're telling me that you could beat a woman's ass?
Yeah. Yeah, I could. I mean, I never would, but yeah.
How long are we going to let white people be murdered in the streets before we do something?
Loud black woman in the back. Thank you for perpetrating the stereotypes, Shaniqua.
Where's Fresh?
What was that?
Where's Fresh?
Where's Fresh?
Yeah.
Definitely not with a Shaniqua, I'll tell you that.
What a intro, man. That is a good intro. It's got me triggered already, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of racism in there, as typical by this guy, Myron. Real name, Amrou Fudl, whatever the fuck it is. It's gonna be a tough watch. Let's get into it, man.
You guys are the gatekeepers to relationships, right? You have to get down on one knee and give her a ring. She's gonna take your last name. She wants to get married to you. She wants to stay in a relationship with you, right? So make them earn it, man. Like they're the ones that want to be a missus. Make her work for it. Shit, you know damn well you had to work for it to fucking court her in the beginning, so.
So you said you had to work for it by courting her in the beginning, correct?
Yes.
So what do you mean by working for it? What exactly did you do?
As far as like, what does the guy do?
Yeah.
Well, a man has to learn how to be attractive.
Hon, I hate to break it to you, but you don't need to learn how to be attractive. You just
Really?
are.
Okay.
And that's something you ain't. Okay, I want to bring up, talking about...
Let me address that first part real fast. So...
Straight away with the sass here, like, and lack of logic and common sense, yeah. Men do have to work to be attractive because women are attracted to men, not necessarily just purely on looks, which is a huge part of it. Yeah, so first we have to get over that hurdle, and then after that comes all the other stuff like being financially successful, being, I guess, physically strong, tall and big, not necessarily looking physically like ripped or anything like that, but just, you know, being like in size. They want a taller man that can protect them and, you know, defend them in difficult situations, even lay down their life. Basically, a lot of women say that. There's that thing where they want, in terms of chivalry and stuff, when walking on the street, they want the man to walk on the side of the street where the traffic is, closest to their traffic, just in case a car runs into both of them or whatever. The man can take the blunt force of it and hopefully save the woman's life. So they're willing to sacrifice our lives, you know. So yeah, we have to do a lot. We have to do the long list of things that women are searching for all the time. Already she's saying things she's not thinking. She's basing things on emotions. You can tell she's sassy. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of sass and attitude and illogical.
And then you can go ahead and, because I know you're probably going to an ad hominem attack, but that's fine. So let's address the first thing. You said you don't have to learn how to be attractive, you just are. So I've heard a couple of women say this actually, and it's always very interesting to me, right? I always say privilege is invisible to those that have it. And obviously for you, you don't understand the privilege you have. Men, unlike women, are not born with value. We have to learn how to be confident. We have to learn how to be attractive. We have to learn how to dress properly. We have to learn how to go to the gym. We have to learn how to be competent. We have to be able to have certain things in our background to make us attractive to women, because women look for things that take time to acquire, resources, etc. So for women, when you guys turn 18, the life is your oyster. You can literally go everywhere. You can do whatever you want. But men don't get these opportunities unless we make something of ourselves. So when women say things like, oh, you just are attractive, like, no, it's a learned skill. Men are not just born attractive. They have to figure this stuff out through a lot of turmoil, trial, and error, and sacrifice. So I always find it interesting when women say that, because we don't operate on the same dating timeline as you guys. You guys are born with your value. We must create our value.
How are we born with our value? Please explain.
How are women born with their value?
Yeah. Well, you say you had to learn all that shit, right?
You literally have a vagina and titties. You are born with value.
Born with value.
Yes.
For having cut off your dick and you're the same person I am.
What the fuck? See? Oh man, this is the clown world. I hate this mentality. What is she in school for? How can she be in school right now? You're learning. Like, her mind is fresh with education and information, and she's saying stupid like that. Like, what the fuck are you saying, madam? Woman, what's wrong with you? Something called DNA biology. Just because you cut off a body part doesn't change your flipping gender, does it? Or sex, or whatever you want to call it these days. What kind of stupid she's not even thinking before she speaks. She's just blurting out whatever comes to her mind. Slow down, yeah? Think about what you're saying and then say it. Make sure it makes sense before you say it.
Not really, I'd still be a guy.
Like, anyways, I want to talk about voting.
Okay. All right. What's the? You want to talk about what
You
now?
said we don't have skin in the game.
Yeah, they don't really.
So
no.
your skin in the game is the fact that you have to go to war, and
Yes,
you're
I'm
unhappy with that.
I never said that.
Well, you're complaining about, having skin in the game and that we shouldn't have the right to vote because we don't have skin in the game, but we don't have skin in the game because men set that system up.
Yeah, because women are physically inferior, and that's the truth.
Physically inferior.
Inferior. Yes.
So you're telling me that you could beat a woman's ass?
Yeah.
Is that not common sense? She has to be a troll, man. Did Myron pay her to flip and go up there and just chat shit for a viral clip or something? Because it seems like you can tell she's trying to perform and go viral. Like the way she's saying things there, she's saying it, trying to come across as like, I'm gonna put him in his place and let him know what I'm about and be a bad bitch or whatever. You can see it, like her personality, she's just going in there. Again, basing things on emotions. This is how a lot of these type of women argue. Emotion and anger, not sticking to facts. That's why she's saying things that don't make sense. Illogical shit. Yes, most men, 9 times out of 10, can beat up a woman. Even a young guy can do it, like teenagers. Anywhere from, I'll say, around 14, 15 upwards, they can beat most women up. It's factual. Biologically, we're just way stronger. More bone density, muscle mass, fast twitch fibers and all that type of shit. Everything comes into play. Our overall size, come on man, it's common sense. Why even be up there arguing this nonsense? If you're gonna go up there and argue, make sure you're arguing for something that makes sense, at least, or something that's not too obvious, like the strength between men and women. And if you cut off your dick, we're the same as a woman and all the flipping nonsense that she just mentioned. What is going on, man?
I could. I mean, I never would, but yeah. Like.
Okay,
Like.
I hate to break it to you.
Like, are you aware of the fact that like probably a 12-year-old boy can probably beat you up very easily?
Actually, I'm an educational psychology major, so they can't because they don't hit puberty until 14. And
Even if they did, okay. Let's assume without puberty, he would still probably beat you up still.
Actually, he wouldn't because I have a brother and I'd beat his ass.
So what, that's meant to be a flex? You just admitted, being recorded here in front of your peers or whatever, that you can beat up your little brother, and you do. So because of that, he's wrong about younger children around the age of 12 being able to beat up women. How's that a flex? You see how casually she said that as well, not even thinking about it. But imagine that was flipped around and a guy was trying to make a point saying, oh yeah, he can beat up his little sister. Sounds crazy, the things they say when you flip it and you put a guy into that situation. It always sounds fucking crazy because it is. You're admitting to beating up a minor.
Anyway, again, I mean, I'm amazed that I have to explain this to a college student, but I mean, men are physically superior to women in almost every way.
I'm amazed that I gotta talk to this
general.
grown-ass man with dumb-ass things. Like, let's be for real.
Okay, so your argument?
This type of performance is cringe, man. She's probably trying to go viral or something. She's trying to get a good clip, being like, oh, look, I put Myron in his place. But you're not, you're making yourself look stupid. You're coming across as a typical, stereotypical feminist idiot.
Argument is the whole voting thing, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, women don't have skin in the game, so they shouldn't vote.
We don't have skin in the game because men didn't let us have skin in the game. You do realize that, right?
Well, here's the thing. Y'all could join the military now. You guys could do everything now.
Yeah, we can because we fought for that right.
Yeah, but you guys don't use it. I find it interesting
We
how
don't use it?
Y'all don't join though. Like, it's
so
like,
we don't use our rights?
Y'all don't use it. It's not like you guys want to do a lot of these things. You guys fight for rights that you don't even use a lot of the times.
Like what?
So,
like what?
oh, well, women want equality, right? All the time. Oh, we want to be able to do everything that men can do. But why is it that all the hard manual labor jobs are dominated by men? Why is it that men control all the infrastructure points, right? Why is it that men are the garbage collectors, men are the electricians, men are the power linesmen, men are the plumbers, men are the ones that literally keep society going so that you can enjoy the first world conveniences you do, right? So you can go ahead and have your bullshit psychology degree or whatever it is that you're studying. So the reality is that men make the world go round, and we civilized it to the point where you guys forgot that men really run shit, and we give you the opportunities that you have. So for you to sit there and be able to say something as ridiculous as, can you even beat me up, and you're questioning it, that goes to show how naive you are about the propensity of men to actually conduct violence. That's how civilized we are, which is obviously awesome because you're completely unaware of the savagery that men can, put on a society.
Oh, I'm aware.
And
because
you're not,
look at
because
our
you wouldn't have said
country
something
today.
so ridiculous if you were.
I'm aware, trust. Most women get raped, sexually assaulted. 99% of women get raped and sexually assaulted. You do know that, right?
99%. What the She just said 99% of women get, raped. I'm going to try and be careful with what I'm saying. And essayed. She's a troll. Nah, I'm saying that now. I think she's a troll. There's no way she's being serious, man. 99%.
99%,
yeah.
Savagery.
Holy crap.
Because of men.
Women
Remember
need to
that.
hide. There's
men.
There's a rape epidemic going on.
Like,
So anyway,
I'm pretty sure if I point to any woman in this room, they could tell me a rape story.
sure. Maybe their fantasy. Who knows? I don't
Their
know.
fantasy?
I don't know. A lot of women read sex novels like that.
A lot of women say they've been essayed and all this. And again, if it's 99% and there's that many people, you wouldn't see women going out doing what they do, like partying and clubbing it out and wearing all the outfits they do. Actions speak louder than words, right? So you would see their actions showing their so-called fear of men because of their so-called trauma that they so-called experience all the time. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It doesn't show in reality. What we see in reality is that they're very confident being around men. They seek male attention. They dress how they want. They dress sexually to attract men to them. They want men to approach them and all this type of stuff. They go out late at night. They do hookup culture, so that's hooking up with strangers as well, people you don't even know. So their actions kind of show that it's the opposite of what they say about how they fear men and they've apparently been through all this assault. Someone who's actually been through that would be more wary around men and not try to attract men and be careful in certain situations. They wouldn't be going out at night with strangers and doing all types of crazy shit. They claim this, but we don't see it in society. They just like to play the victim most of the time.
I want you to look at our country today that men have ran and look at how shit it is.
We're the strongest superpower in the world. What?
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
You know, countries are warning their people to stay away from us
What?
because of how shitty we are.
Do you realize people try to come here illegally every single day to become Americans and or get to live here with
You do
diminished
realize-
benefits, even if because they're not documented? Like you do
Oh,
realize,
you
like
wanna
I used to.
start on undocumented immigrants?
I used to work in immigration back in the day. I know this intimately. People literally try to sneak here under intense conditions and die a lot of the times while trying to come here. This is the best country in the world.
This is
Again,
not
more
the
privilege
best
that you don't
country in the world,
understand.
I'll tell you that much.
All Americans are going to argue that they're the best in the world. Well, yeah, because what, they got the most powerful army or what is it? I don't really know the details, but in terms of living and stuff, America isn't voted for best place to live. It's places like Norway, Sweden, European countries that are usually voted for like best quality of life. They don't even have like free healthcare there. They don't even care enough to take care of their people to give them free healthcare, which we have here in the UK and other places in Europe. Plus their flipping gun law thing, their obsession with guns, all the gun crimes that go on there. You don't see that happening in places that don't have guns for a reason, because there's no flipping guns for crazy people to be grabbing and deleting people. So yeah, I don't know what makes it so great to be there, because it's a show there right now, man. It's and scary. Look at all this shit that's coming from America. All this crazy feminist, the LGBTQ movement and transgender, abortion rights and all this type of stuff. All the things that are breaking down society, boss babes and we don't need a man. All of that is coming mainly from America. And the rest of the countries copy what Americans are doing. But it's not a good thing. That's why you have people like this Myron himself. That's why he does these things to debate what's going on in society. And that's happening in the country he lives in, that he claims to be the best country in the world. If it's the best country in the world, why are there so many like issues and problems? Why are so many things going on?
I'm an immigrant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that proves my point even more.
I didn't come here willingly.
You're here. Like.
I did not come here willingly.
Oh, okay. How'd you come here then?
I came here because they paid me to.
Yeah, send her back, bro. God damn, man. Send her back, man.
You're talking about
yeah,
send
this
her
is why we
back,
gotta
yet
build
you
a
a
wall.
person of color?
I guess we're no longer getting the best and the brightest. What the hell? This is why I'm so big on,
You
like,
talking
you
about
know.
send me back, but you a person of color?
This is why I'm so big on. We need to go harder with immigration.
I'm sorry, are you not black?
I don't know. It depends on the day. Some days people.
No, Myron Gaines, aka Amrou Fudl, that's his real name. He's not black. No, his phenotype or whatever is not of a black person. His DNA makeup is not of a black person. He's more similar to, I will say this, like Indians. He's got the darker skin. Like, look at him. I've seen so many Indians that look like this guy. He's got the same features, the darker skin, and the main thing that I will say to people, I don't want to go into it too much in this video. What sets black people apart from any other race? Black people grow type 4B to 4C hair texture. We're the only ones. Out of all the races in the world, we're the only ones that grow that hair texture, hair that grows upwards into afros and things like that. No other race does that. So that's how we set our race apart from everyone else. And Myron, he doesn't grow hair like that. Again, he's got the dark skin, but he grows the soft, silky hair like every other race. If he has that type of genetic makeup and he looks like an Indian or whatever, or those type of people, but they're not black, what makes him black? Because if he's black, we gotta start calling Indians black as well. And that's why whenever they ask him this question, he never really answers straight away, yeah, I'm black. On this podcast, he used to say, yeah, I'm black because I'm from Sudan. But then just because you're from an African country doesn't make you black. There's white South Africans, or like the Moroccans and the current day Egyptians. They're not black people. Not necessarily white, but they're not black. You know, so saying you're African doesn't make you black. I don't know why he claims that, yeah, but then at the same time, he has so much hate for the black community and black people in general. I know I'm yapping right now. I used to love it, the podcast, Fresh and Fit. He's so good when it comes to debating relationship dynamics, red pill truths between men and women, all that type of stuff. Like, he's nearly unbeatable when it comes to that. He's really good at that when it comes to that, yeah, but he's a one-trick pony because when it comes to talking about every other stuff in terms of like racism and political views and all this stuff, he sounds just the same as all them incel, crazy, far-right extremists saying nonsense. I had to stop watching the podcast because of that, because he would constantly be talking shit about the black community. Specifically, the focus is always on black people all the fucking time. I don't know why. He'll always find a way to randomly bring in the black community or find a way to diss the black community. Whilst he's doing that, yeah, his whole crew of people, his staff are all black. Most of them are black anyway. The main people, his co-worker, Fresh, black guy. The guy who he was inspired by, Kevin Samuels, was black, you know, to do the podcast and all this type of shit. He fell out with one of the workers. His name, I think, is Atunde or some shit. They fell out. That was a black guy. Apparently, Atunde claims that he was the one that gave them the idea to bring in the girls and stuff. He loves black music. The same culture he says is trash. He loves it. He knows all the rappers, all the lyrics. They did like a stream where they were going through rap music, basically. And he knows all the rap music, all the artists, the proper drill ones as well, not the intelligent, conscious rappers. We're talking about the ones that are talking about killing people all the time. The one he complains about. He knows all of their music and their lyrics. I don't even know all their shit. I don't listen to that type of shit. He knows it. He's talking about wearing the do-rags and trying to put lines in his hair and stuff like that, get wavy hair. All this black cultural references. He's into that shit, but at the same time, he's against it. It doesn't make any fucking sense. There's something very weird going on with this guy.
Me black. Some days people call me Arab. I don't know what it is, man. So
Y'all looking at the same motherfucker I am? Because he's black, right?
oh man.
He a person of color, right? He a
Yeah, he's a person of color, technically, fair enough, but not black.
Right. I get more gray hairs talking to women than dealing with cartel members.
I hate to break it to you.
Okay, so what's your last point? Because there's a bunch of people behind you, but
My point is,
yeah.
you're a pussy.
Okay,
great one.
That was her ending. You see, she just came out there, all that time wasted, just to go and insult the guy. You didn't make one good point. Not one good fucking
Bring
point.
up during like domestic abuse like awareness month and like sexual violence awareness month.
The truth is the truth,
Okay.
regardless of the month. I mean, if it was Black History Month, I'd make fun of black people too. I don't care.
Okay.
You know?
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, man? What is the point in that? I literally said earlier on, yeah, this guy will find a way, he will always find a way to start talking about black people or, you know, find a way to try to diss them, whatever. What the fuck has that got to do with the topic? Why would you do that? If it's Black History Month, you'll make fun of black people too. Okay, why? Why? For what reason? What? Randomly? For what? Why is it always black people? Why not any other race? Look, I'm not saying, yeah, it's good to be mocking other people and stuff, but I'm trying to pinpoint the fact that the focus is always on black people. What's his main issue with black people? Why is he so angry at black people? It doesn't make
That's
sense.
just crazy.
So there's a black stereotype right there. Loud black woman in the back. Literally
up, bro?
fulfilling the stereotypes.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, and it was loud. You laughed and it was loud. Thank you for perpetrating.
She laughed and it was loud. Wow, big fucking deal. He's upset by that. What? She laughed and it was loud. Okay. So what? People being loud in the crowd before. You know, when he was arguing with that feminist, crazy chick. People were laughing and stuff. But if it's a black woman laughing, it's bad, you know. Would he say that if it was a non-black person? What's the big deal? Why get angry over little minor things like this? You can see the hate in his heart. It's the weirdest fucking shit. Again, this guy claims to be black as well. He said it before, that he's black. So if you're black here, why do you hate yourself so much? And he focuses a lot on black women as well, specifically. So that's And I know he's got a sister. So that's his sister and his mum. Yeah, I'm assuming they're black, quote unquote. Yeah. So what? He feels the same way about them as well. Well, what, are they special? They're different, right? They don't count. Or could it be because he knows genetically he's not black? That's why he doesn't care. He hasn't got no feel, like he doesn't associate himself like deep down as a black person. Even though a lot of people might see him as one. But he knows the truth himself. So he doesn't care. He has no connection or love for the black community because he's not black. If anything, I feel like this guy, he's got resentment again. Like I said, he loves black culture and all this type of shit. Sometimes he calls himself black. So is it jealousy? Is it resentment? Is that why he's got this hate and love relationship?
The stereotypes, Shaniqua.
Couple questions. Where's Fresh?
What was that?
Where's Fresh?
Where's Fresh?
Yeah.
Definitely not with a Shaniqua, I'll tell you that.
All right, so like
these bait ass flipping jokes, man. Shaniqua, oh, okay, yeah. Wow. Shaniqua. Okay, well done. Like, how old are you? What? 12 years old? Schoolboy jokes.
That's the question before, but just to preface this, I know this is going to piss off probably everybody in the room, but you said that this was kind of open mic, kind of you've talked about the JQ stuff, you talked about women, you talked about that. So what I want to bring up is two incidents. The first happened on this campus roughly about a month ago, where a guy named Nate Baker, as a junior, was just plowed over and ruthlessly killed by some illegal immigrant in a car. And, he was wanted by ICE, all of that stuff. But the real incident I want to talk about is what happened in Frisco, Texas about a month ago, which was the murder of Austin Metcalf by Carmelo Anthony. And why has Donald Trump not said a single word about this issue? How long are we going to let white people be murdered in the streets before we do something? I am tired of this.
Talk about fucking cringe. So now white people are the victims. I'm about to yap here, so prepare yourself for like, fucking hell, this type of shit is fucking ridiculous. It's funny how they're slowly changing the narrative here to paint white people as the victims. Since fucking when? The way he said that so passionately, I'm tired of, like, what do you mean tired of what? What are you tired of? Being the so-called most respected superior race as a white man. Isn't that what they say? They're superior to black people. Black people are low IQ, inferior, all this type of shit. Poor, whatever you want to say. What the fuck is he complaining about? He's acting like how the feminists act. Like they're basing their privileged life here. Feminists have like the best life, but they're complaining about nothing here, based on emotions. He's doing the same thing, but on the race side of it. You're at the top of a food chain when it comes to race in today's society, right? So what do you have to complain about? He said that as if he's been through slavery or some shit. I'm tired of my people being like, what are you tired of? For every white person that gets killed, let's say racially motivated, yeah, which most of the time is not, yeah, but let's say it is, yeah. For every one time that happens, yeah, there's like 10 more other situations where a white person is being racist towards a black person and kills the black person for it. Like all the police shootings and stuff, like unlawful killings of black people. Not too long ago, I forgot the guy's name. If anyone knows, put it in the comments. There was this guy, I think like an inmate, and basically the inmate, he got, I don't know what they were doing. They were talking to him or something, like these bunch of policemen, I think there was like 12 or 13 of them, beat the guy to death. And I think he was handcuffed as well. He couldn't even defend himself. Literally beat him to death. An inmate, for what? Whilst you have this guy's hands locked up and shit. Savage shit. I'd like to know what he thinks about that. Even this situation he just mentioned. He mentioned about the Texas situation, the teenagers. If you look into the situation, apparently the black guy warned the white guy to step away. He goes, don't step to me, because if you try anything, let's see what happens. He gave him a warning. Now I'm not saying, obviously he had to kill him for like some silly argument or whatever, yeah, but he was warned. He didn't do it randomly. You get what I'm saying? What is he complaining about? This is what you call an incel. No offense, man. Look, like, he's got that stereotypical look, like that nerdy, weird, awkward vibe. Like, if anything, the black people there, I would warn them to be careful of this guy. Because who goes and shoots up schools most of the time? White incels like this guy. The way he's so confident and angry to the point he's doing this publicly, yeah, not caring about what his students are going to think of him. You can tell he's got anger in him. Probably on them racist websites, plotting and shit. I wouldn't be shocked if I saw this guy on the news. Went and shot up the school. And all of this over some ignorant shit. You're angry over what? Come on, man. We need to do better, like. It's too much, man.
Well, no, I mean, see, I see some of you guys are laughing, but the reality is if it was the other way around, you guys would be burning down the city, if we're going to be honest here, right?
I always say this to my brother and other people. I always say, when racists here are talking about black people this and black people that, if they actually stuck to the truth, they would have nothing to say. Literally nothing to say. Everything they say is generalized. It can relate to every other race. But for some weird reason, they always pin it on black people specifically. So like this situation where he said, if it was the other way around, you would be burning on the seas. He's referencing the George Floyd killing and the riots that happened. But he's not letting people know that the person who started those riots, or the person that was caught on camera, who destroyed like the first building or some shit, yeah, it was a white guy. It was some guy who was wearing a mask. You couldn't see his face, but you can see his hands. It was a white guy, yeah. He broke the windows. I think the video's out there if you search up. And then he lit the place on fire. That kickstarted everything.
For weeks, no one could figure out who the man dressed in black was until now. A police investigator believes the man helped initiate the riots and destruction in Minneapolis during the George Floyd protest. It turns out he's associated with a prison gang, police say, which the Anti-Defamation League identifies as white supremacists. The man was caught on a live stream smashing in the windows of the AutoZone. Brad Svensson shot the video.
All I saw really was a hammer hitting glass.
Police also blame the man for spray painting graffiti on the building. The man in black, holding an umbrella, is confronted by a protester in a pink shirt and later another protester.
Immediately, they wanted him to stop, but afterwards, they wanted to know who he was and why he was doing what he was doing.
His video and others went viral. Then, protesters and online sleuths began a furious search to identify the man they dubbed Umbrella Man.
Are you a cop?
First, social media seized on that, misidentifying him as a St. Paul police officer. The police department responded, "It's sad that people would post and share this untrue information, adding more confusion to an already painful time in our community." This week, a Minneapolis police arson investigator says she finally identified the man whose name we are not publishing because he has not been charged. In a warrant file, the officer says a tipster emailed police identifying the man and saying he wanted to sow discord and racial unrest. And using the video, the officer discovered he is a full-fledged member of the Hells Angels and is a known associate of the Aryan Cowboys. Who were the Aryan Cowboys?
So the Aryan Cowboy Brotherhood was formed in the Minnesota prison system as a small white supremacist prison gang. The founder of the ACB now is part of the Hells Angels, as we understand.
And this is actually really scary.
As mostly peaceful daytime protest turned into violent nighttime unrest, the mayor and governor blamed white supremacists in part for playing a role. Now, weeks later, this investigator's search warrant notes the work of a man fitting that description appears to have helped fuel the destruction, looting, and fires. She writes, in a short time after the front windows are broken out in the AutoZone, looting started. Within a short time after the looting started, the AutoZone was set on fire. This was the first fire that set off a string of fires and looting throughout the precinct and the rest of the city.
The 3rd precinct appears to be on fire at this time.
In the end, the neighborhood suffered massive destruction at the hands of many. Community organizers who tried to calm the chaos say the revelations, though, in the search warrant come as no surprise.
I think it's confirmation of what everybody knew already, of the threat of white supremacists coming into our town to wreak havoc and kind of monopolize on the situation that was happening here at the time. So it was just confirmation.
Certainly, I think that it was an opportunity to take advantage of the rage, the hurt, right? The pain. We're talking about deep hurt and deep pain that we are all experiencing.
Why no one speaking on that? That was the guy who started the riots, like the proper destruction of buildings and shit like that. That they use now to say, oh yeah, Black Lives Matter, look what happened during that shit. And also, another fact, again, it wasn't just black people involved. Literally every race you can think of was involved. Thousands of people, wasn't it? Or hundreds. A lot of them weren't black. That's the funny thing. So again, why are black people getting the blame for it? Just because the protest was about a black guy being killed, just because the focus was on that, yeah, doesn't mean if riots happen and another race starts a riot because of it, yeah, they decide to kickstart some dumbness here. It doesn't mean that's a black person's fault, or that's what the protest was initially done for, or what the black community wanted. They're not sticking to the truth. They're not sticking to facts. Why don't you speak on that? Why are black people only getting the blame for it? Something that every other race was involved in as well. It's
got
weird.
the black one in the back screaming and laughing at him.
And I don't
But
want to
at
make
least
this look
no,
like
no,
I'm
hold
a
on.
victim.
Let me, because this is the thing. Because a couple of the people here are laughing at your rage, but I find it
Look how upset he is about it. He's so triggered by it. He's like, yeah, oh, I feel your pain, bro. Like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? He's talking about you, Myron, as well. He sees you as a black person. Whatever he believes and thinks here about black people, he thinks the same about you. And isn't that funny? This guy here, he thinks this way about black people, but then now he's come here to come and see a black person and speak to a black person. What he thinks is a black person anyway. Let me make that clear, because yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't think he's genetically a black person. But yeah, they think so, innit? And that's all that matters. Through their view, they think he's a black person. So you don't like a black people or whatever, but then you're going out your way to speak to a black person and get him on your side. That doesn't make sense. He didn't even go up one time only. This is the second time he's gone up.
interesting that if it was the other way around, they can burn down a city like Minneapolis over George Fentanyl. But if he goes ahead and expresses some rage, you guys...
Again, they. So what? When you say they, again, he's not being truthful. What? They as in what? Just black people? Was it just black people, Myron? It wasn't just black people. And then he just made the joke, George Fentanyl. That's another lie. Again, if you stick to the truth, they would have nothing to say. Apparently they're trying to say now, yeah? They're trying to say he died over a fentanyl overdose, like drug overdose. It doesn't make any logical sense. Anyone who thinks this way, just use common sense and logic. Think about it, yeah? If the guy was overdosed or died because of taking too much drugs, fentanyl, whatever the drug was, yeah? If that was the case, he would have been dead time before, like ages before the cops came. If you go and watch the video, like the whole video from start to finish, George Floyd was fine. He was acting normal. He was speaking normally. He wasn't slouching his words. He wasn't drowsy. He wasn't, like, you know, walking around like stumbling and shit. That's the symptoms you would see from someone who's apparently taking that many drugs in the system to the point he's about to die from it. That's not what happened. The doctors admit he wasn't behaving as a person who was overdosing on drugs. The guy wouldn't be able to function and be screaming the way he'll be drowsy. You know, he would have the symptoms of like someone that's like falling asleep, like drugged up, you know. How is he screaming and kicking about and acting fine again way before the cops came? If the cops didn't come here, he would have been alive. He wouldn't have died of nothing. But then now they're trying to say it was because of fentanyl. It doesn't make any logical sense. You got to think critically. You know what I mean? You got to put your hate and biases aside here and think logically and critically. Someone who's overdosing on drugs like that, they would show the symptoms. I'm repeating myself, but like it's so important to think about that. To think about that fact. Because otherwise you have people like this here who take things out of context and just lie and deceive and, you know, to try and pay a narrative just because they don't like black people. You gotta be truthful about this shit. Again, if they stick to the truth here, they would have nothing to say. If he stuck to the truth about the fentanyl thing here, he wouldn't have that to say. He would have to admit here that he was killed unlawfully. That it wasn't because of the drugs. Because the drug overdose doesn't make sense. If he admitted the riot thing here isn't just black people thing, he wouldn't have anything to say. Every race was involved. What about the guy who went to the riots and actually killed 2 people, claiming to be protecting buildings? So buildings are more important than human lives. Also, he was underage as well. I don't think legally he could even be carrying a gun. But then everyone was protesting, yeah, like, set him free. Like, well, what's wrong with you people? But then this guy's complaining about a white guy who was warned. He was warned to step away, yeah, and then he chose to aggravate the situation, and then he got killed.
At him, which is interesting to me because they can't be honest about this, where there is seriously a problem in America where a small percentage of people are committing a majority of the violent crime. What? Black men account for maybe 8% of the population, but they're committing something like 50 to 60% of the violent crime, and they can't talk about this, right? So I do think...
If you look at the stats here, more white people are, in America anyway, are in prison than black people. But then they'll go around and say, oh, but it was per capita. That's why he mentioned the percentage. Like a small amount of people. It's a small group of black people, but they're still committing, percentage-wise, large amounts of crime. It doesn't matter, because overall, the reality is, overall, there's more white people. Basically, white people aren't innocent. They commit crimes as well. And on top of that as well, another point. Why do they care? It's black on black crime in those situations. He's talking about the gang wars and stuff that goes on in America, especially what they call the Chirac in Chicago. It's black on black crimes. Why do they care suddenly about black people killing each other? Think about it, with an extreme racist who wants black people gone, if they could click their finger like Thanos and make all black people disappear, they would have all black people gone and disappeared. Like, why do they care about black people killing each other? Do you know what I'm saying? Why is it an issue? It's not an issue to them. It's an issue to the black community, and you don't care about the black community as a racist.
That there's a problem here where we need to address black culture. We need to address the degeneracy. We got to address the violent gang and rap culture, and it's an issue. And
the rap culture that you love, Myron, make it make sense, man. And again, he's saying it's an issue. It's an issue to who? It's only an issue to the black community. Do you care about the black community, Myron? All you do is talk shit about the black community. You're not trying to help the black community as a so-called black person yourself, self-acclaimed black person. So when it's cool and suits me, yeah, I'm black. I'm wearing a do-rags and I'm putting waves in my hair. I'm black. But when it doesn't suit, you know, in situations like this, he wants to cater and lick the arse of white people. Incel white people as well.
And the thing is that, you know, guys like him can't speak up about it. He speaks up about it, and then we got black girls in the back laughing at him. But, you know, when they kill a black man, y'all are rioting all over the place and burning cities down, and nobody says anything to you guys. So I think he has a right to be pissed off. I mean, I was pissed off when I saw it.
I mean, I just have kind of a follow-up.
He was pissed off when he saw it, but when black people are getting wrongfully killed, yeah, Myron's always making excuses as to why it was justified. There's another woman, the police came to her home. She was killed over a pot of water or some shit like that. Look into it. He tried to say hot water is a lethal weapon. No, it's not. At the most, yeah, it can cause damage, obviously, but it's not lethal, especially from the distance they were at. And if you watch the video, I don't even think she was picking up when she got shot. The demon inside the cop got triggered when she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus or something, whatever she said. So when those situations happen, yeah, he's always making excuses. He don't care. No matter how a black person gets killed, yeah, he's always gonna have an excuse for it. But then when a white person gets killed, yeah, I was pissed off too. I feel their pain. They don't care about you. This guy Myron goes into racist white Twitter spaces, yeah. And then they literally get racist towards him and threaten him how they want to beat him up and stuff, yeah. And then he's just like, oh, can't we just all get along? Are you okay? Are you okay, bro? Like, why does it need so much validation from white people? Anyone who talks shit to Myron, usually, yeah, he's ready to fight them or shoot them or whatever. But a white person tells him he's gonna come to where he is and beat him up here. He wants to be cool with him. Talking about we're cool, we made up. There's something very strange going on with this guy, man. I can't explain it, man. It's beyond explaining. It's just fucking nonsense.
What's to that? I just have a follow up to that. You know, you talking about this is kind of like a socioeconomic thing, a culture thing. Well, if that's true, why have the crime rates kind of stayed the same since the 60s, since the civil rights movement, even before rap music? Speaking on that rap music, why doesn't rap music make white people go just murder people in the streets?
It's generational gang violence, It's like a repeated cycle. An eye for an eye type shit. It never stops. He's making it sound as if it's like attacks on random people. Again, it's gang-related wars. They're attacking their so-called ops, not random people on the streets. Who, in society, grabs guns, goes to schools and shoots people, shopping centers and stuff, and shoot people, or stab people to death? Who, statistically, does that mostly? Is white people. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's white people who do that. They're the ones that go around shooting people for no reason. That's pure evil. You're attacking innocent people for no reason. Or sometimes it's racially motivated because you're so angry that black people exist. Even though you came from black people, like, I'm not gonna go into that, but yeah. It's like, what the hell is going on, man? Also, the Columbine shootings, they were putting the blame on who? Marilyn Manson, I think his name is, the rock star. They were saying they were influenced by his music to go and shoot up their schools. So that's rock music, not rap music. Again, when they stick to the truth and facts, they'll have nothing to say. They gotta twist things and, take things out of context and all this type of shit that they do. Just pay attention to this shit.
Is this a culture thing, or is this just simply a race issue?
There's a couple things. Now, this is going to be very controversial, but it's an IQ thing too. Yeah. It's an IQ thing, and this is what's banned a lot of the times. That I got to we're on YouTube, so I'll kind of say this in code word, but it's a multitude of different things. It's culture, it's IQ, it's heritage. All these things play a role, but yeah, there's a bunch of different issues, right? It's a two-tier justice system. there's so many different things that play into it. But I have a saying, around the blacks never relax. So
Ha 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 ha. Fucking funny, man. Around the blacks never relax. Okay, let's dive into it. Again, you claim to be black. So should people not relax around you? Should people not relax around your dad, your mum, your brother, who he says is very dark skinned? Your sister. Should people not relax around them? And he said an IQ thing. Okay, so if it's an IQ thing, yeah, and it's based on race, that should mean that no black people should ever be smarter. There should never be any instance of a black person being smarter than a white person. But there is. Oh my days, this shit is fucking ridiculous, man. No logic. You know what I'm trying to say? Like a monkey, for example. Like, monkeys are pretty smart animals, right? Or dolphins. But a dolphin or a monkey would never ever be able to outsmart a human being, because it's a human race versus animal race type thing. They don't have the brain capacity for it. Their DNA won't allow it. That's how it needs to be. If IQ is based on race, that's the same type of results and consistency we would need to see between whites and blacks. There's dumb white people and then there's smart white people, and vice versa. There's dumb Mexicans, there's smart Mexicans, there's dumb Asians, there's smart Asians. Again, everything they say relates to everyone. It can be generalized, but they focus and put the blame on blacks only. Everything that's bad in the world is a black person's fault, or black people have the most of it. Whatever's bad, black people are going to be winning statistically, which isn't true. Around the blacks never relax. But you hire all black people, majority black people, your co-worker is a black person. So which one is it? Do you like black people or you don't? So when you see those inconsistent, illogical shit here, it just comes down to childish behavior. He's saying things that are meant to be funny, but aren't really based on truth. You're just trying to be a clown, basically. You're trying to crack jokes for the sake of it. Again, he never jokes. I don't ever hear him joking about white people as if they're perfect. Myron and the other guy speaking in a blue shirt, the insult guy, they're speaking as if white people are flipping angels, that they never commit any crimes. That's the way they go on. That's the way they speak. But look at their history of slavery and all the wild shit they did. Look all the racist attacks that's still going on to this day. Look all the school shootings and stuff. The grape situations, yeah, are usually white men, but yet they're perfect. And also, don't they always say it? This is gonna be my last one. Don't they say black people are always playing the victim? What's this guy doing now? He's playing the victim. As a privileged guy, if you was to ask him who's more superior, who has a better life in society, he would proudly say, yeah, white people, we're superior. We have it the best. But then now, all of a sudden, he's tired of whites being killed. Isn't that playing the victim? How can you be the victim and superior at the same time?
Take from that what you will.
Living around white people is not a human right. You don't get to live with us all the time, all right? This is our country.
Why is it saying it like they're flipping God's gift to us?
Country that we built.
They built that shit on what? The backs of slavery. America was built on the backs of slaves. I think even the White House, wasn't the White House built by slave people? And also on top of that, it's like now, oh, this is our country, all that type of shit. You went willfully, your ancestors went willfully, yeah, and took people from another country and brought them to your country, yeah, as slaves. And then now, they had children, generations went on, time went on, yeah, hundreds of years went on. And those children have grown up there, not from their own choice. And then now you're saying, oh, this is our country. It's their country as well, because you made it that. Your ancestors made it their country as well.
Immigrants built this country, thank you. Read the Naturalization Act of 1790.
No, it's the truth.
So I thought it was about, because remember when he started, he said immigrants. But apparently immigrants in his eyes just means black people, because that's all he's been talking about. Immigrants means a lot of different races, right? Even white immigrants. But that's fine, he says. Yeah, white immigrants built this country. So it's not about being an immigrant then. That's not the issue. It's about the race. You see? Again, the focus being on blacks all the fucking time. The obsession. We live rent-free in the
This
heads.
country was founded by white Protestant
And yes,
men.
I understand that black people have been a part of this country since the beginning because of slavery, and I'm not
I think
endorsing
the girls
slavery.
over there don't like what you're saying.
And I know that, yeah. Yeah.
So he acknowledges that, yeah, and he knows that. They've been part of that country because of slavery for the longest time. How's it their fault then? Blame your ancestors.
And the logical consequence of slavery is that, you know, you have these people displaced in this country, and, you know, at the time, you know, maybe the better choice should have been to just send them back to Africa.
At the time, the better choice would have been to send them back to Africa, but you took them from Africa and brought them to where you are. Why didn't you just leave them in Africa then? So now that you brought them and they've helped you out here and built your country, yeah, on their backs here, now you want them gone. It's like, okay, thanks for being our slaves, now fuck off again.
Because clearly they can't integrate in a proper society and live with us without just murdering each other in the streets. So it really kind of makes you...
So, you see, all the shit I was saying before, he's repeating it basically, acknowledging that, okay, it's black on black crime, but he tried to make it sound as if black people were going around killing innocent white people. That's what he was complaining about. The one incident where a black guy attacked a white guy, that's how he started. But then now he's acknowledging they're killing each other. So if they're killing each other, why do you care? Why do you care? Mr. Incel, why do you care? You should be celebrating. You should be celebrating. You acknowledge this shit and you're here complaining and crying about what? Is it because truly deep down maybe he feels inferior? Incel guy like this, you know, because a lot of white girls, they like black guys now, it's popular. So is he angry that, you know, his women are being stolen by the men he can't compete with? Even though he's meant to be superior, but he can't compete with these men. So what does he want? He wants them gone by any means necessary, I'm assuming.
You think, well, now, you know, it's baked in now. You know, what can we do about it? And, you know, some people like, you know, I watch Nick, you know, like Jason Whitlock, you know, he had that thing with Jason Whitlock where Jason Whitlock says, oh, well, you know, if they're just Christian, man, then, you know, things would be different. But then you look at countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo, that country's 95% Catholic, roughly. And they have one of the highest murder rates in the world. And, you know, their country's just, it's a failed state. And it just really makes you think, it's like, it's not a culture issue, it's not socioeconomics, it's not religion, then, you know, what is it?
Yeah, no, I mean, IQ does play a huge role in it. And that's the thing that people don't like to discuss. But yeah, no, that's true, man. I mean,
the IQ thing is not true. It's based on opportunities and stuff, lack of education. That's what it comes down to. Because there's literally black people in Africa creating with scraps here, no funding, no money, no like proper education or high education levels and stuff like that here. They're creating cars here that runs on water. Look it up. There's black kids here going in, you know, these competitions, IQ or intelligence competitions here. Black girls and black boys here destroying the other races, the other race children in these competitions. When they take the time to study here and they have the opportunity to study properly, they do well. They do better than a lot of other races. So it's not a race specific thing. It's just about having an opportunity and being given the chance. And black people don't get the opportunity as much as other races do, unfortunately. That's why. So they won't give black people the opportunity, and then they'll use that to be like, oh, look, you lot are low IQ. We're gonna keep you stupid. We're not gonna let you guys learn. Like even during slavery times, they wouldn't even let people read. They wouldn't let them read because they didn't want to educate them. You see? So they do that so then they can say, okay, we're better than you. If you're better than someone, you wouldn't need to handicap them. It's like going into a fight with someone and be like, before I fight you, put your hands behind your back so you can't use your hands. And then I beat you up here and then I was like, oh, look at me, I'm superior. When everything's on the same playing field, black people usually dominate. That's why in sports and stuff, black people usually dominate. Because they get given the same opportunities.
the truth hurts sometimes for people. But yeah, they've done meta-analysis on this with IQ and race, and the data doesn't lie, you know. In general, black people tend to have lower IQs, so it is what it is.
All right, I got two quick questions. One about politics.
But of course it doesn't include him, right? Probably doesn't include his mum, his dad, his brother. If you said to Myron, do you think your mum, your dad, your brother, your sisters have low IQ? What do you think? He'll say yes. No, he wouldn't say that. And why? What's the difference? If, again, he's claiming to be black here. If people think he's black, why is Myron a smart guy? Is it because he had a proper education system and the chance to be able to progress and learn things? So yeah, I'll leave it at that. I didn't even go through the whole video. I skipped it because I knew I was gonna yap a lot, and I did. If you stuck around this long, thank you for watching. If you wanna watch the full video, go to Uncensored America YouTube channel. Crazy fucking takes. I'm very passionate about this shit, which is why I'm yapping and still yapping. So let me shut the fuck up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment below. Let me know what you think. If you disagree with me, that's cool, man. Like, let's have a discussion or whatever. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.